Hey, it's Ronald Jefferson with another topics video. I know it's been a little bit. I want to try to get back on it. Just been neglecting it a little bit. Been working. Got the corona going on. My brother moved in with me. Been chilling with him. So I'm going to try to get back to making at least 2 videos a day, if not more. You know, I've been getting comments and people have been supporting the videos and stuff. Not many subscriptions though. Only got like 10. So we'll keep grinding though. I've been wanting to cover this topic for like a month, man. And it's like Satan, man, you know. So I went back all the way back to go get it, but it's from February 26th. Excuse me. Pope admits clerical abuse of nuns, including sexual slavery. Now, the Pope admitted this. You know, the black and white Pope, I think he's both of them in one. He's the gray Pope. You know, he's the first Jesuit Pope, too. And the Jesuits have basically pledged to spread Catholicism throughout the world by any means. And I believe one of the means is even combining with other religions, even though I believe the Catholic Church will have to control it. Like this Christ-Islam going on and stuff. Like this, let's get to this. I'll make a video on it, but Pope Francis has admitted that clerics have sexually abused nuns, and in one case, they were kept as sex slaves. It's the celibacy rule, bro. It's unnatural. Even Adam, who didn't even know another human being, he got lonely with them animals, man. That's why Eve was made. This whole celibacy thing, that's why they abuse children and are doing this to these nuns, man. They are sexually frustrated. And I also believe there's a satanic element in the Catholic Church, especially in the Vatican. He said in that case, his predecessor, Pope Benedict, was forced to shut down an entire congregation of nuns who were being abused by priests. Pope Benedict knew. This is how they get down. It is thought to be the first time that Pope Francis has acknowledged the sexual abuse of nuns by the clergy. He said the church was attempting to address the problem, but said it was still going on. Last November, the Catholic Church's global organization for nuns denounced the culture of silence and secrecy that prevented them from speaking out. The Pope's comments come amid long-running cases of sexual abuse of children and young men by priests at the church. What is up with that sexual sin with Christian religious figures? It ain't just the Catholics. The Protestants too. It's like the sin of fornication, rape, sexual abuse, consensual sex with married women and young adult girls. What is up with the sexual sin in the Christian church? And that includes Catholicism and Protestantism. What is up with sexual sin, man? It is a problem, dude. Child sex abuse in the Catholic Church, profile Pope Francis. That's 2 bullet points. I don't know what they're getting to. Let's reread it. The Pope's comments come amid long-running cases of sexual abuse of children and young men by priests at the church. These are 2 bullet points again. Child sex abuse in the Catholic Church, profile Pope Francis. What did Pope Francis say? Speaking to reporters while on a historic tour of the Middle East on Tuesday, the pontiff admitted that the church had an issue in the Russelite in society, seeing women as second class. I don't understand that. I have had plenty of female bosses in my life. I got a bunch. I work part-time at Burger King. I got a bunch of female bosses, and I respect them. I ain't never really. I've worked with other men who we all have female bosses. And I don't remember no disrespect. I just don't see women. I don't understand that whole logic, especially in America. I can see maybe in the Middle East, because, women can't look men in the eye and stuff, but women are second class in America. I just believe women need to switch the degrees they go for. Instead of teaching and social work, go to be a doctor or a lawyer. There's nothing holding you back from that. That is a choice what you go to school for. I'm hearing this lady on Jesse Lee Peterson basically say that women are forcing them jobs. And that's not the truth. Y'all make a choice to go into them low income paying jobs, man. Y'all make that choice. And I think it's because it's an easier path than being a doctor, which there's plenty of female doctors, especially in America, that are great. And there's plenty of female lawyers and dentists that's making great money. Software engineers. My brother's a software engineer. He works with a girl. She's making just as much, maybe more, because she's been there longer. She's like 10 years, so she's making more than him. Come on, dude. Y'all got to start making better decisions what degrees you go for instead of being the teachers and social workers. Those are low. Those are bachelors that pay about 40, 50 grand a year at the most. There's not much growth. It's a lot of stress. He said that the priest and bishop had abused nuns, but said the church was aware of the scandal and was working on it, adding that a number of clerics have been suspended. It's a path that we've been on, he said. Pope Benedict had the courage to dissolve a female congregation which was at a certain level because the slavery of women had entered it. Slavery, even to the point of sexual slavery, on the part of the clerics or the founder. Now, let me say something right now. It better get to the point where people are getting arrested. Are you okay? I understand all this, but where is the police? With the Catholic Church and all this rape and stuff, even with the kid abuse, these people don't get arrested. I have never heard. I mean, I think I have heard of a couple, but not many. What they usually do, from what I hear, is send them somewhere else to basically keep doing it because they're not going to stop. According to DSM-5, pedophilia is a mental disorder, and I have 5 of them, so I know, if you got a mental disorder. Some therapy can help, but some you're going to have to pop a pill or you're not going to be normal. So they need to find a cure for pedophilia, man. They got all these nuclear weapons and F-50 fighters and M16s and M30s, M9s, grenades, all this artillery, mortar, nuclear submarines. They got all that. We ain't got a cure for cancer, diabetes, cures to keep us alive. But there's way more money in charging somebody a couple thousand, 1,500 for a pill for the rest of their life than curing that disease one time. Pope Francis said sexual abuse of nuns was an ongoing problem, but happened largely in certain congregations, predominantly new ones. Yeah, okay. Let's hear about some police action. I think it's still taking place because it's not as though the moment you become aware of something, it goes away. What? I think that's what he said. That's the Pope said that. I think it's still taking place because it's not as though the moment you become aware of something, you should do a major worldwide. Get some governments involved. Then do a crackdown and investigate. It's like they don't even really care. It's like they just want to let you know that's what they're doing, and it's not going to stop. Where's the abuse said to have taken place? The female congregation dissolved in 2005 under Pope Benedict was the community of St. John, which was based in France. Alessandro Cesati of the Vatican press office told CBS News. In 2013, the community of St. John admitted that priests had behaved in ways that went against chastity, with 7 women in the order, according to the French Roman Catholic newspaper Le Croix. In a separate case in India last year, a bishop was arrested over allegations that he had raped a nun 13 times between 2014 and 2016. Bishop Franco Mulako, who headed the diocese in Jalandhar in the northern state of Punjab, has denied the allegations. In Chile, reports of abuse of nuns carried out by priests led the Vatican to launch an investigation last year. The women were reportedly removed from the order after highlighting the abuse. Last year, the Associated Press agency reported cases of abuse in Italy all over all over the world. Even though I make my videos 18 and over to protect my page, but I don't like to just cuss about it. I'm more educated. Didn't have to use cuss word. What have women in the church said? Just days ago, the Vatican's women magazine, Woman Church World, condemned the abuse, saying in some cases nuns were forced to abort priest children, something Catholicism forbids. The magazine's editor, Lucida Scarafia, said Pope Francis' acknowledgement of the abuse can be of some help, but warned that the church needs to act. If the church continues to close its eyes to the scandal, the condition of oppression of women in the church will never change, she wrote. This is BBC.com. Too, I want to let you know, I gotta let you know where I'm getting this from. I got this off of Rapture Ready from February 26th. The magazine said that the hashtag #MeToo movement meant more women were now coming forward with their stories. Last year, French website Le Parisien reported that the case of Christella in French, a former nun whose name was charged to preserve anonymity, I believe. Christella said she had suffered sexual abuse at the hands of a priest of her congregation in France between 2010 and 2011. His gestures became more and more inappropriate, she said, adding, but he kept going until the day he raped me. He was able to control himself. He has a split personality. And on that note, I'm going to end it. If you want to read the rest, the split, that's demons, man. There are more people who have no soul, whose spirit is the vessel of unclean spirits. I mean, it's just not to the point of like uncontrollable. But if you read Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, well, I can't remember the verse right now. I'll bring it up in another video. It says our struggles are not against flesh and bone, but against powers and principalities, the rulers of the darkness of this world, and wickedness in high places. Ain't even against each other, man. It's either sin or it's demons, man. Because the image of God is righteous. Both man and woman is the image of God. Man more than woman, really, if you want to get Christian. No, I don't want to say that. But if you want to get technical, man is the image of God. But women are too, according to the 6th day in Genesis. We were both made at the same time. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, you see this going on? And they know. And did you hear anything about prosecution? We're dissolving here, replacing here, kicking them out. What about 25 to life? What about that? 25 to life. And they can get a dose of what men like that do that to people get in prison. Now, I don't wish that on anybody, but, I believe you reap what you sow. And there's, sexual abusers in prison, they do not get treated kindly. So on that note, I want to end this video. This is Ronald Jefferson. This is from BBC.com on February 26th if you want to see it for yourself. Have a great and blessed day. Thank you.